Welcome to the Cabal. Same channel, new name. And once again, we have something pretty sick here for you. UVS Games, the homies over there, were super kind to us, sent us a reveal for Tekken 8 that you can see on the screen right now. I'm with the homie Mike. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, how's it going? This is Mike from Undefeated at Locals, now the Cabal. We rebranded against my consent, but I was notified and then promptly invited here to share this preview card with you guys.
Yeah, should be super fun. We have a character to reveal for you guys today, as well as a couple cards that belong to his kit. So Mike's going to take it away and read off the character for you.
All right, meet Eddy Gordo. He is a 6 hand size, 30 health character on the good, life, and water symbols. He says, Enhance, Tenacious. Your attack gets +1 damage for each attack in your card pool. If it's completely blocked, draw 1 card. And Form, Commit. Choose 1 card in your card pool. It does not count toward progressive difficulty this turn.
Yeah, what a sick character. I had to read this guy a couple times between UVS sending me the email and me and Mike recording this, and I only just today discovered that this guy draws with every single full blocker opponent sends at you.
Yeah, this guy just keeps having more words on the character card. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely insane. And then you can so easily get so many attacks in your card pool because you can make the first one ignore progressive difficulty. Mike's mentioned like a few things already before the call that you can do. And obviously, like this guy is like pretty crazy with some of the older attacks, like Queen of the Monsters, just being able to play that on a 5.
Oh, yeah. And we can get into it, but first, I hear that there's a new card type coming in this set. Marvin, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, let's take a look at that new card type here, guys. We have Heat Tokens. Heat Tokens coming in from Tekken 8. Super thematic, obviously, with that mechanic in the game. We have the first bit of text here that's static at the start of your in phase. Sacrifice this token, so you never get to keep it into your opponent's turn. Then we have response. After your attack deals no damage, your rival loses 1 health. This effect cannot reduce your rival's health below 1. So right off the bat, this guy seems a little bit, tame, not much going on here. But we're going to get into a card and more cards coming out in the reveal season that are really empowering these tokens. These tokens are less about the response on the card and more about the cards that they're empowering, right, Mike?
Yeah, and let's actually look at one of those cards that is empowered by a heat token.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. What do we have, Mike?
All right, so this is Enchanté de Axe. This is definitely in Portuguese because Eddy Gordo is Brazilian and I went for French there, so no idea how to pronounce this one, but this is his ultra rare attack. This is a 5 diff. It checks a 3. It blocks on a +2 low. It's a 4 high for 6 kick. It says if you have 5 or less health, this attack gets -1 difficulty. Blitz. If you have a heat token in your stage, this attack gets +1 speed for each attack in your card pool. And response, after this attack deals damage, ready 1 foundation.
Pretty insane stuff. With his UR, you get both speed and damage with the ability on face there. So quite an impactful card once you're playing this, like with 4 or 5 cards deep into your card pool.
Yeah, since you can get them for cheaper thanks to his form anyway. So, okay, we want a heat token to empower this card. How are we going to get it?
Yeah. Let's take a look at some more things left at our disposal here. We have Zongo, 5 diff, another card that me and Mike can't pronounce, but we have a 2 mid block, 4 mid for 5. Blitz, each player adds 1 card from their discard pile to their card pool and seals it. Add 1 heat token to your stage. So with the playing this attack right into your card pool, we can first form with this guy, make it not count towards progressive, and get the heat token is pretty insane. Then you can go into a couple more attacks and play the UR. So we're kind of getting the gist of it, right, Mike?
Yeah, the nice thing here is that you're making your opponent stuff their card pool as well. Both cards are sealed, so they don't get to do any shenanigans if they have a card pool payoff in their discard pile. It's just effectively giving all of your attacks that +1 speed for the rest of the combat.
Yeah, super good, super good. Especially for an uncommon, this card is very reasonable. Pretty good stats with the 4 mid for 5. But you've seen the attacks. We know how Eddy is going to kill people. But what's his stage going to look like, Mike? How does he get there?
All right, well, let's look at his uncommon foundation. This is Mandinga. It is a 2 difficulty, checks a 5. It has a +2 mid block, and it says enhance commit. This attack gets +1 or -1 speed for each card in your card pool. So on offense, you put this on your last attack of the string, and that's really gonna get in for like a +3, +4 speed. That's gonna hit. And even on defense, you can essentially make your blocks up to that point not count to progressive by giving that -1 speed for everything that you've already done.
No, absolutely. I think this is a very, very powerful foundation, to be honest. Like, even just thinking about the defensive capability of this card is quite insane. Like, by the time you're blocking your third one, it's like basically no progressive on that block, right?
Yeah, exactly. And if you have more than one of these in your stage, that does stack. So if you block 2 attacks and you have 2 of these, now you can give the next attack -4 speed.
Yeah,
Make it
yeah,
really
absolutely insane. Yeah, this is like maybe like one of the more powerful cards that I've seen in like the uncommon slot so far in the reveal season. So that's pretty hype. And yeah, so that's what we have for Eddy. Overall, now that we've shown the viewers the cards, you guys have seen the fun part. Me and Mike will spend the next couple minutes actually talking about this. Overall, what do you think about it, Mike?
Uh, I'm really into Eddie. So when I look at characters for like a competitive standpoint, I want to see them do a lot of different things well. So we look at, can they do stats, damage, or speed? Can they draw cards? Can they pass their checks? Can they disrupt their rival in any way? So being able to attack on 3 axis of that, he has the extra damage if you go longer into the string. He has the ignore progressive, so that's a great way to ensure your checks are flowing. And then whenever they block, you just get to draw a replacement card. You just get to stay up on cards throughout your turn. It helps for your poke attacks. It helps plan out your turns going forward. Just being versatile like that, I think is really powerful.
Yeah, no, I very much agree. I think the ignore progressive is like honestly like insane, and it's probably like the least impactful part of the card, and like that's pretty crazy to say since we draw one for every full block. You have like your really like control heavy decks out there in the format right now. Won't name names in the Tekken reveal, but you know what they are. And being able to just like kind of draw cards against those characters will actually help quite a bit in those matchups for somebody that is overall seems like to be like a pretty aggressively built character.
Yeah. And looking back a little bit to look into some older cards, if you notice any other fighting game characters that kind of had that dancing combat background, there is a UR attack out there that readies your character if you have a momentum to spend for it. So if you
Ooh, I
can't
didn't even
stack
think
those
about
up,
that. That's
yeah.
crazy. We can just make several ignore. This is not a once return. That's
This is
insane.
not a once return. If you want to go even further back, there's a whole character on the water symbol back in one of the anime sets that cares about mid attacks and has some stuff that picks stuff up out of your card pool. So you can really cheat on progressive further with that and some of the stuff in your card pool stuff. There's a lot of synergy on the water symbol on this guy to just slam mid attacks for days. You don't care if they have their mid blocks, right? You're just gonna
Yeah.
draw replacement cards anyway. If you're trying to stack off zones and they block with like that +0 mid block, that full block something, that kind of messes you up, right? Unless all of your attacks are mid to begin with.
Yeah, no, that's hype. That's hype. I had not even considered that the water symbol being on this guy is pretty crazy. And yeah, he kind of has like the best of both worlds. Like a lot of the times you're like again, characters that you can look back on, people have said so many times that like, oh, this X thing only happens if your opponent does the thing. But if my opponent isn't full blocking me, then I'm winning that game anyway, right? It's like you can only take
Yeah,
half damage so many times before you give me the card draw. So I think this guy's
absolutely. You're
going to
basically
be
saying
pretty
like every
impactful.
time you attack, you're either setting up for a card draw or setting up a momentum for the next turn. Just a great
Yeah.
place to be.
Yep. Absolutely. No. Yep. I completely agree. I think this guy is pretty widely impactful. And again, even some of his uncommons are actually pretty decent. And yeah, guys, so that's the reveal. Thank you so much, Mike, for joining me. I have invited Mike in all of the reveals recently, and he has been an absolute gem to work with. So everybody, thank Mike. Where can the viewers find you, Mike? If they wanted to just hear Mike talk or play video games sometimes, where can they find you?
Well, the best place to find me is on Discord, where I am Asmati in all of the UVS related servers. But if you want to see me playing other games or talking about some strategy stuff, I post maybe one video a month to my YouTube channel, Angry Jellyfish Games. Yeah, so you can check me out there.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Thank you again, Mike. And then one last thing before we let you guys go. As you can see on the screen, Tekken 8 official release date coming out August 14th. We're so close, right ahead of us, guys. But your pre-releases can start even sooner. Starting August 7th, pre-release events will be happening at all of your local game stores. Please use the UniVersus Gaming Network to find those events, sign up early, and be a part of the action right off the rip. You do not want to miss this, guys. Thank you, UVS Games, for giving me this reveal today. Thank you, Mike, for joining me, and thank you all for watching. We will catch you next time. Peace.
See ya.